Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome to Stock Up with Larry Jones. This is Studio C, and I got my man Stocks with Josh.
Hey guys,
aka the Master Charter, and he's my chart master. I know CNBC has theirs. We're gonna quickly just chop up a few things today. Man, a lot of exciting things happening in the market. So if you're new to the page, go ahead and hit subscribe. This is not my regular studio, but it will be Studio C. That's how I'm paying for this. All right. So we had lunch and we were talking about Tesla, right? Yep. And we were talking about, I was telling Josh about that psychological support on Tesla. Now, Josh did a technical on Tesla. I'm going to first talk about a psychological support at 100. And I mentioned that this morning on the live. People are going to see if Tesla drops under $100 or hits $100. It's just a psychological number where people will start to buy. So you'll start to see inflows because people think that that is really cheap for Tesla because they're not looking at the PE or anything else. And I'm suggesting that it's not a bad place to start buying. I've been saying it. If you think Tesla's going to 85, then you should be buying some Tesla now. If you think Tesla is going to 65, where it shows some support, $65, then you should probably start buying it at 85 because there is no proof that it's going all the way down. What do you got to say?
Well, I love this question. So the bottom line is this. A couple months back, I did a video about comparing the 2008-2009 Great Recession with the current recession that we're in. I also shared with you guys Goldman Sachs' view of 2023. And they both agree with each other. And here's what the agreement is. The data is not bad. And if you guys took a minute and you step back from the market and you looked at everything that we're hearing from the Fed, what is his biggest challenge? His biggest challenge is that the data is not bad enough, okay? So the fact is that we may have a mild recession in 2023. Now, the only thing that could change that would be a geopolitical event that nobody saw coming, maybe something in Taiwan. But on the opposite of that, if things remain peaceful and if there's even a resolution to the Russian-Ukraine conflict, the fact is companies are growing. And let's get back to Tesla, okay? Tesla had phenomenal growth last year in a sector that has less than 2%, maturation in the economy, which means that there's not a lot of electric cars out there.
Right. The addressable market is big here in the U.S. And the European companies, some of these European countries, it's already double digits. Yep. So we're well on the way.
So the bottom line is this, everybody was bullish on Tesla for a long time as it began to come down when it was up at $195. And you know that I was bearish on it. But when we got down to $100, my view and attitude was softened. And I thought to myself, you know what? If 108 holds, and I said this in a video just last week, if 108 holds, we're likely to build from here and go up. Tesla's at a great discount at a great price. Now, here's what we'd have to watch out for. I did a video recently saying that if Apple broke 125, watch out, we're falling. Mm-hmm. So I still hold to that we can just watch these markets and we can look at these two companies, Apple and Tesla. They're both big, giant companies. If Apple breaks 125, watch out below. If Tesla breaks 108, or 107, it's in that range right there, but we'll call it 108 today. If it breaks beneath that and closes, and then we have the potential for us to go into a season where it could drop below $100, maybe get into the 80s. But I'm going to tell you the same thing then that I'm going to tell you today, that if you're holding long term, Larry and I agreed when we had this in our breakfast this morning. Mm-hmm. Tesla's going to make more money.
Yes.
Tesla's going to kill it on earnings in 2023 and 2024. There's no way that this stock is going to stay this low. That's the end of it, Larry.
Yep. I agree. There's a Tesla bagging up, almost hitting me. See that, good people? It's a sign. It's a sign.
It's a sign. That's funny.
So, I agree with that. Like at the end of the day, and I know, he was showing you some support at 65. I was saying support at 85, psychological at 100. But just think about this. If you're getting Tesla for long term and you're waiting to get it at 100 and it's at 103 or 107 or 111. And if you're getting it long term, then you need to start buying right now. Who cares if it's 101 or 100? It's not going to make an ounce of difference when it's $300, $330, $350, you know, much further out from here when we get past this. So just start DCAing right now. If
So,
it, you know, go ahead.
Let me throw this out there, and I think I've said this. Larry's given some thoughts on it. I want to try to make it even more clear. I believe the month of January is going to be choppy. It's going to be a choppy month. It's already shown us that it's a choppy month. We hit a low at the beginning. At the end of December, we kind of hit a spot, and now we've been sort of moving sideways in it. I think we've got to watch for what happens in February. February and March for a potential retest of the bottom. If we break that, then we're going to go much lower. But that's kind of where I'm at. Larry, what are your thoughts?
My thing is Q1 earnings, Q1 earnings, Q1 earnings. If we're truly going into an earnings recession, then we have to look at Q1 earnings. If Q1 earnings is bad, which we won't find out until April-ish, right?
Okay.
Because of Q1, then if it dumps the market, then that's when I'm going to start buying. And I'm not talking about our regular dollar cost average. That's when I'm going to start buying at bigger chunks, right? And so that's what I'm really looking for. Of course, we got earnings that start this Friday with banks, but that's when I'm looking to really get in. But keep your eye out. We got CPI on Friday, Consumer Price Index, and then we also have earnings season starting with banks.
Yeah, I want to dwell a little bit on something I pointed out in a video I did, I think this last weekend, and it was on the SPX, the S&P 500, and I showed that every single drop from a area of resistance has given us a hook. So it's dropped, it's given us a little bit of a hook shape, and then it's dropped from there.
He's talking about, for those of you that are new, he's talking about in the technical charts.
Yes. I gave a visual of it in a recent talk. I would say if you guys have a chance to go back and look at that video.
When was it posted?
I think that was Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, it's really consistent with every other touch of resistance and drop that we've had. And so this little run up is absolutely consistent, and it could be a pump fake for the markets, but we can't get too bearish or too bullish.
Right. We got to be ready to pivot, is what he's saying. And we just have to take, in a bear market, heading into a deeper recession-ish, then we have to be really willing to pivot, right? So you got to keep it in segments. So what we see this, first quarter may change by the time the second quarter gets here. And that's what you have to do. Like right now, it's not, there's seasons where you can just buy whole sectors. Then there's seasons where you really need to be specific and pick individual stocks.
Okay, I don't want to throw, because we're short on time, I want to throw in a few things.
And then we're going to talk about Solana real quick.
This, Larry's video that he did this morning, it's actually a live 5 at 5 and 5.
Yeah.
I watched that video, and the thought that went through my mind is I wondered whether people realized how much valuable content. From a seasoned trader, Larry is dropping gems, but he talks so calmly. He doesn't, there's no, I'm not picking on Jim Cramer, but there's no bye. There's no bells ringing or sirens going off.
Was that in sync? Bye.
From a seasoned trader, this morning's video had about 5 gems in it. And I thought if everybody knew, he's talking about it like it's no big deal. Like he's saying, hey, when you get to the store, pick up some milk. But I'm telling you guys, go back if you watch it again and really try to pay attention, because he's dropping big nuggets in these casual videos.
That was really good, man. Here you go. Here you go. It's all there.
So thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Hey, good people, we want to keep giving you the best in information. Hey, I know people want to find out what's going on with crypto. I apologize for the shaky phone. I am going to have something retrofitted, so we don't have to hold it. So it'll be up here later. So we didn't know we were going to be making this. I said, hey, let's just jump on together, talk to the people. Crypto is killing it. Oh, man, I got a Charlie horse in my finger from holding this phone. There you go. Just don't hit that stop button.
Okay. So let's talk some Solana. And the bottom line is this, Larry, is that, you know, Solana, that's a really big question because Solana dropped down to $8 range.
Yeah.
And since then, as of right now, before we started hit record on this button, it's doubled. It's 100% up to $16. And so people, one of the guys in my chat group asked me this morning when I mentioned I was going to go to breakfast with this guy today, he said, ask Larry if we're loading up. Larry, what do you have to say to the question of Solana and loading up?
One of the things that you haven't heard me say all of 2022 is load up. I haven't used that.
It's true.
And so I know that you started, I got the heat too hot, man. I know you started, did you start back with crypto?
I've been steadily buying crypto.
Okay.
I've been buying it since I've been buying it the whole time.
Okay.
I've been not loading up. I have increased my percentage in this range that we've been in.
Gotcha. So I haven't started buying back in yet. I told the family that I was going to let them know when I started. Remember, you have to do your own due diligence and get started when you see fit. But I'm going to wait for, I believe that this is temporary. I believe it's going to probably sell back off again. I don't mean a major dump. I feel like it's going to go back down to support of where it was. And then I'm going to start to DCA back in. I'm not going to buy it now after everything ran up. That's just me. If you feel like you need to get in on this, then you have at it, but I'm not. Because we're in an accumulation state. And I've been consistent. Within the next 6 months, I'm going to DCA just about all of my crypto investments for this entire year.
I want to build on what he's saying in regards to Solana, in regards to everything that's run up.
ADA's ran up.
Yep.
Like last night, it was up 21%.
Here's the bottom line. If again, because I can speak this guy's language, we're not in markup. We're in accumulation.
Yes.
And in accumulation, we hit the top of a range and we go back to the bottom of the range, which means that no, it's not time to load up on Solana at $16 after it ran up 100%. You will still have time. We're not in markup. I will repeat, we are not up in the markup phase.
Pump your brakes, take your time.
Pump your brakes. It'll come back to you.
I covered that this morning, that whack
You
off.
did.
The whack off.
Yeah, and matter of fact, that was
Yes.
one of the gems I thought Larry's giving you guys those gems.
Yeah. So that's it, man.
Yeah. The last thought on Bitcoin that I wanted to throw out there is this is what I want you guys, this is my gem for you guys on crypto today, okay? When Bitcoin was 64 and 69,000, everybody was calling it up to a minimum of 80, 90, maybe 100,000.
Yep.
And technically, and I'm a technical trader, that made sense. Here's what I would tell you. It makes sense for Bitcoin to come down to 13.7, 14K.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean we'll reach it.
That's
It
true.
makes sense for Tesla to drop below $100, but it doesn't mean that we'll get there. Just keep that in mind. That's my thought for you for today.
Hey, I agree with him 100%. Hey, hopefully this has helped someone in their trading journey. Remember to check out the links below. Josh, talk about the links, man.
Hey, we've got, there's two offers there. There's Moomoo and Webull. These are both great companies. If you're looking for a fresh start in your trading in 2023 and you want to build up an account and you want to see it green all year, there's an opportunity. You can click on those links. They'll both give you free stock. I think Moomoo is currently giving you 15 free stock, and there's an offer for sweepstakes of $60,000. These guys, you know, they're a great company. Free level 2 data. You got your stock screener. You've got your 8 order types. They're licensed, registered, and insured exchange, so you have some comfort with your money, but you always need to do your own due diligence. There's free stock there to go get.
Link in the bio below. Hey, this has been a surprise, unscheduled surprise for us to do this video, but hope you guys enjoy it. Leave me some comments and make sure that you are subscribed to both pages. This page, of course, and Stocks with Josh. That is Stocks with Josh. Together, along with the core four, I'm calling them Stockmo and my bro Keenan Grace, who's killing it with his options. We're going to keep you guys fed, all right? Live, love, laugh, learn, and earn. What's your sign off?
Peace and blessings, my friends.
We'll see you later.